Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brand Shanae, and today I have an unboxing for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so there were some books that I had ordered due to some of them trying to be prepared for when I do buddy reads, because I'm looking forward to doing them. And also some of these books I'm debating if I'm going to add them to my TBR this month, or at least add one of them to my TBR. So let's go ahead and open this first box. Let me get my handy dandy box cutter. Let's go ahead and get started. Try not to cut myself in the process, because that would not be good. Okay. Ooh, all right. So the first thing I got were some little tabs, because I've been wanting to get some while I read, because I ran out of them. So let me open this up, because I like to annotate my books, and I've been wanting to get some tabs for them. So I had ordered these, and they're actually a pretty good, decent price. I'm trying to get them out of the plastic so you can see, but I don't know if it's gonna cooperate with me or not. I'm struggling. Okay, I was able to get out. So I got these. I needed to get some, and I'm like, okay, I might as well get these because they're available, and every time I go to the store I forget to get them. So I got these, so I should have enough for when I annotate my books. So I got that. I'll put this back in the pouch, that way they're safe and sound and I don't lose them. And I also put them on my bookshelf as well, so they don't get lost. I can keep track of them. And then on top of getting like the little tabs, I also got some, if I can get this out, some washable gel pens. So I got that too. These are pretty cheap. I wanted to do, if I ran out of those, have these. I mean, who knows? And I don't know, maybe deface some of my books. I'm not really a drawer or anything like that, but maybe I can try, or maybe not. I might not take that risk, but I just got these gel pens in all different colors, so my books can be colorful when I annotate. So there's that. And then the two books that I got, which I haven't started this series. I believe there's 3 books altogether. The third book just came out this month, I believe. So I was thinking about adding at least, or of course, I believe I'm definitely going to read one of these books. At first I was thinking maybe I should change up my TBR and try to read the series this month, or the 3 books this month, but I don't know. We have to see. So the first book that I ordered was The City of Brass, by S.A. Chakraborty. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right. But I heard a lot of great things about this. This is PS, insights, interviews, and more. This is the paperback edition. The hardbacks were extra money, and I was like, I'll be okay with the paperback. So we have this. The cover is beautiful, by the way. This is very pretty. So well. Like, I love how it's designed. And it says The City of Brass. And this is the first book, so this is what's on the side of it. It's pretty. And it says on the back, on the streets of 18th century Cairo, Nahiri is a con woman of unsurpassed skill. She makes her living swindling Ottoman nobles, hoping to one day earn enough to change her fortunes. But when Nahiri accidentally summons Dara, an equally sly, a darkly mysterious Stench warrior, during one of her cons, she learns that even the cleverest of schemes can have deadly consequences. Forced to flee Cairo, Dara and Nahiri journey together across hot, wind-swept sands, teeming with creatures of fire and rivers where the mythical Merits sleep, past ruins of once magnificent human metropolises, and mountains where the circling birds of prey are more than what they seem, to Davabad, the legendary city of brass. It's a city steeped in magic and fire, where blood can be as dangerous as any spell. A city where old resentments run deep and the royal court rules with a tenuous grip. A city to which Nari is irrevocably bound, and where her every presence threatens to ignite a war that has been simmering for centuries. So this already sounds good. I believe this was the author's debut book, the first book of the Davabad, I believe I'm saying that right, trilogy. But here's the first book, and I just love the cover so much. But here's that. Sorry if I'm out of breath. I am pregnant. I'm 36 weeks, you guys. So give me a break. But anyways, so yeah, so we have this book. And of course, since I had the first book, I ordered the second book. This is The Kingdom of Copper. So yeah, so this looks really good as well. Like, the cover is beautiful. It's very vibrant. I like it a lot. It has blue and purple on it, which is great. So we have that. And then for this one, it says, Nari's life changed forever the moment she accidentally summoned Dara, a mysterious Denge. Whisked from her home in Cairo, she was thrust into the dazzling royal court of Navabad. Now entrenched in the dark aftermath of a devastating battle, and quickly discovered she would need all her grifter's instincts to survive there. But even as she embraces her heritage, she knows she's been trapped in a gilded cage, watched by a king who rules from a throne that once belonged to her family, and one misstep will doom her tribe. Meanwhile, Ali has been exiled for daring to defy his father. Hunted by assassins, he is forced to rely on the frightening abilities the Merit have gifted him. But in doing so, he threatens to unearth a terrible secret his family has long kept buried. And as a new century approaches, a threat brews unseen in the desolate north. It's a force that would bring a storm of fire straight to the city's gates. And one that seeks the aid of a warrior torn between a violent duty he can never escape and a peace he fears he will never deserve. Whew. So this already sounds good too. Man, I don't know, you guys. I feel like I should add this to my TBR and change up some things. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Because both of these books sound amazing. So I'm in a rough situation right now. Who knows? Y'all might see me change up my TBR and y'all won't even know it until my wrap up. But yeah, so we will definitely see. But I definitely plan on reading the first book this month. At least trying to, because it is like, well, it's 500 pages. Not that bad. I read longer books, so we'll see. So I ordered these 2 books. I'm gonna put them somewhere once I find out how I want to organize my shelves. Then I have this next box, which I got for a buddy read, or prepare myself to, or have the books that I already own the books. That way when the buddy read starts, I have them and I'll be ready for when we start. I believe there was with India, Life is a Page Turner. She was thinking about doing a buddy read of the Akatar series, and I have never read it. I know that's a shocker for you guys, but I've never read it. So yeah, so I believe I had ordered these. Let me see if this is the box for it. I'm not. I need to stop ordering stuff. Like, I need to stop. It's starting to be a bad habit. Or is it a bad habit? But let's see. Okay. All right. All right. It's wrapped up pretty good. It wrapped up really well, actually. Ew. Okay. So I got the original covers. I did not like the new Bloomsbury book covers. They looked really weird, and people said it did not match with what the books are about. So I got the hardback. So I got the first one, A Court of Thorns and Roses. So this is the first book, and it's about, she stole a life, now she must pay with her heart. When 19-year-old huntress Farah, maybe, kills a wolf in the woods, a beast-like creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged to a treacherous magical land she knows about only from legends, Farah discovers that her capture is not an animal but Tamlin, one of the lethal immortal fairies who once ruled their world. As Farah dwells on his estate, her feelings for Tamlin transform from icy hostility to a fiery passion that burns through every lie and warning she's been told about the beautiful, dangerous world of the Fae. But an ancient, wicked shadow over the fairylands is growing, and Farah must find a way to stop it, or doom Tamlin and his world forever. From #1 New York Times and USA Today bestselling author Sarah J. Maas comes a seductive and breathtaking new book that blends romance, adventure, and fairy lore into her most unforgettable story yet. And I'm supposed it's supposed to be like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which I love retellings, as you can see, like right here I have the Lunar Chronicles right behind me. So this is going to be a real fun, like a fun read, and I'm looking forward to it. So it's like, if I take the dust jacket off, it's just black and with silver foiling, so that's not bad. But yeah, so I got the first book. Then of course, since I have the first book, I need to have the second book, which I'm trying to, yeah. So this one, I think this is the second book. I think. Yeah. So I think this is the second book. So the second book is A Court of Mist and Fury. People said this one is their favorite book out of all of them. So they said it's really steamy. A lot of sex, apparently. But I'm all for it. but the cover is beautiful. I do like it a lot. And let's see. It says on the back, it says, good, I was not good. I was nothing, and my eternal soul was damned. I tried to get my treacherous lungs to draw air so I could voice the word. No. But I didn't have to say it. Thunder cracked behind me as if two boulders had been hurled against each other. People screamed, falling back, a few vanishing outright as darkness erupted. I whirled and through the night, drifting away like smoke on a wind. I found Ryzan straightening the lapels of his black jacket. Hello, Farah, darling, he purred. So, interesting. And this one says, tell me what you see, a world divided in two. Farah survived Amarantha's clutches to return to the spring court, but at a steep cost. Though she now has the powers of the high fae, her heart remains human, and it can't forget the terrible deeds she performed to save Tamlin's people. Nor has Farah forgotten her bargain with Ryzan, High Lord of the feared Night Court. As Farah navigates his dark web of politics, passion, and dazzling power, a greater evil looms, and she might be key to stopping it, but only if she can harness her harrowing gifts, heal her fractured soul, and decide how she wishes to shape her future and the future of world torn apart. So, yeah. This is course. So this says #1 New York Times and USA Today bestselling author Sarah J. Maas expands Farah's world beyond even her wildest imagination in the seductive and stunning sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh man. So this already sounds good. I'm definitely going to be annotating this series. So I have the second book. So I have the first one and I have the second book. Last but not least, I got the third book. I was debating on getting the novella, but a lot of people were saying it was a waste of time. I don't know what you think about it. If you have any comments, let me know down below what you think, if I should get the novella. People said it really wasn't worth it, but who knows. So of course I got the third book, A Court of Wings and Ruin. I like the blue cover better. I don't know. People didn't really say much about this book. I'm surprised the second book is so long, and then this is definitely not as long. So that's strange. It's whatever. But here's this one. And it says, a nightmare I told Tamlin. I was the nightmare. Farah has returned to the Spring Court, determined to gather information on Tamlin's maneuverings and the invading king, threatening to bring Parthran to its knees. But to do so, she must play a deadly game of deceit, and one slip may spell doom not only for Farah, but for her world as well. As war bears down upon them all, Farah must decide who to trust among the dazzling and lethal High Lords and hunt for allies in unexpected places. In this thrilling third book of the Court of Thorns and Roses series by #1 New York Times bestselling author Sarah J. Maas, the earth will be painted red as mighty armies grapple for power over the one thing that could destroy them all. Whew. Whew, man, so already this sounds amazing. So I got these books, that way I can be ready for when that buddy read begins, because I'm going to be definitely prepared for these books. So that way I have them, and then I really wanted the hardcovers. I thought the hardcovers were pretty. And then I knew the other book, the newest book, comes out, I think earlier next year, I think. So I want to read this for sure before the fourth book third book, another book. I don't know if it's a series. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm about to put these here. About to change up my bookshelf organization skills a little bit and put my retellings together, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna move these, put these somewhere else. So we have the first book. It won't go. So we have the first book right here. We have the second. Then we have the third. So this can go here. And I can put Beast, which pretty fits perfectly right in between. So voila, there you have it. But that is it, you guys. That is my unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying, like I said regardless about my TBR, stay tuned, because I might read more than the books I wanted to, or I just might read or change up the books I said I was going to read this month, but we'll see. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much, you guys. See ya.